Hi, everyone. So I'm going to show you how to set up Project 4 CoolPics using Visual Studio. The steps I'm about to show you are also written down on the course website. If you go to Getting Started with Visual Studio, and then you scroll down in that document to the section that says Setting Up Project 1, these are the exact same steps for setting up Project 1 as setting up every project in EECS 183. So these steps that are listed are the steps that I'm about to go through showing Project 4. But I recommend starting here, and if you can always then watch the rest of the video to see how to do it specifically for Project 4, but they are the exact same steps. Hi, everyone. I want to show you how to set up your Visual Studio project for Project 4 CoolPics. We're starting at the top of the specification, then go to Starter Files and download using the link. Open a file explorer with Windows key and E, and then navigate to your Downloads folder. Select and right-click on the starter files, and then select Extract All. Go ahead and select Extract, and you will get a pop-up with all of the starter files. We're going to come back to this later. We don't want to touch it yet. Open Visual Studio and select Create a New Project. We want an empty project, C++. Select where you want to save your project in the location. I have mine in my documents under Visual Studio. And then Create. Now that we have our project created, we need to add the starter files. So we're going to start from the Solution Explorer. If for some reason you do not see the Solution Explorer, it could be on the right or left. But if you don't see it, you can go to View Solution Explorer to bring it up. In the Solution Explorer, we want to find the project name. It should be in bold text. We want to right-click on the project name, which will bring up a menu, and we scroll down to and select Open Folder in File Explorer. This will open a File Explorer window, and we'll see our project Visual Studio project files here. We want to go back to the starter files File Explorer window. If you happen to have closed this, go ahead and go back to Downloads and then the Starter Files folder. We need to copy or move all of these files from the starter files into the project folder that we opened with Open Folder in File Explorer. So I'm just going to click on one of the files, then I'm going to press Control A. So Control A selects them all. You can select them however is easiest for you. I'm going to click and drag them into the project folder. Now, all of my project files are in the right folder. I go back to Visual Studio. Now it's time to add the files since they're in the right folder. So I'll go back to the Solution Explorer. I'm going to click on Source Files. I'm going to right-click on the source files in the Solution Explorer, then add Existing Item. This will pop up a Windows Explorer. It should be in the same directory where you just added the files, but it could be in a different one. So you're going to need to navigate to your projects folder again, and you'll see the Visual Studio files for your project. You do not want to add these files to the project. You need to add all of the other files, the ones you just copied and pasted. So I'm not going to Control A here to select them all. I'm going to do them in blocks. So I'll click on the top file here, which happens to be BMT, BMH. If I sort them by name, and I'll go all the way to point.h, I'll hold the Shift key and click, which will select those. Mind you, you can add these one at a time too, but it's faster to add them in groups. I will add. That's not all of them, so I'll right click again, add existing item. Go back to my files. I already added these. Now I want to start after these project files. I'll start with rectangle.cpp. Again, if I have it sorted by name, I can go to rectangle.cpp, scroll down all the way to utility.h, hold the shift key, select utility.h, and that will select those files, and then add. Now I can try to run my code. So I'll click local Windows debugger. And it will not compile because we have not stubbed all of the functions for you. For project 4, you're going to have to stub all these functions. And so when I try to compile it, it will give me a lot of errors that say unresolved external symbol for all of the functions. And this is because we have not stubbed all of the functions. You're going to need to stub the functions in all of the CPP files before your code will compile, and that will be step 1.